Okay, still with the setup. We are at step 4 to place the ability deck. And so the small cards are the ability deck. And as you can see, there are enemy buff cards. This is how it comes in the box. Okay, cool. And we have to separate also the Orfash curse thing. So let's quickly go through them. So this is Orfash curse. Orfash curse. And Orfash curse. And there should be 5 Orfash curse. I only have 3. Maybe they're in another deck. And enemy buff cards should be 17. So I suppose that the 2 packs are just jumbled together. That these is enemy buffs and yeah, I think you have to sort them. Makes no sense otherwise. But they come in packs for some kind of reason. Okay, then I expect 2 Orfash curses. This is also enemy buffs. Yeah, here is the missing 2. So these go back into a separate bag. They might come in later. But I'm trying to keep the... Oh, doesn't work. Let's do it the other way around then. I'm trying to keep the table as minimized as possible. Okay. So we have a giant pile that should be 62 ability cards. Doesn't say how many ability cards. Yes, shuffle the ability deck, place the event and ability decks to the left of the action board. Don't know if ability discard. Yeah, so this is the ability discard. Next to that you have a giant pile of 62 cards. I should make a wrapper for that. Step 5, retrieve the starting adventure cards. These include combat cards, which are specific type of adventure cards. So the starting adventure cards are mentioned like so here. They have an they are 6 and they have an S and they are normal sized. And from the adventure cards, so these are combat cards. Starting adventure cards. Have an S. These don't have an S, they have an N. So they're the numbered ones. And these are quest cards with an N. I think, yeah, they have an N on top. So it's not them. Adventure cards. This is quests. So here are the adventure cards. Starting adventure cards. Okay. They have an S. And there should be 6 starting adventure cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there is more than 6. So how do you okay, so these don't have combat, so they are starting adventure cards. And these have combat, these are starting combat cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These are the 14 starting combat cards. Alright. What does they want? The starting adventure cards include combat cards. So starting adventure cards are is the union of these two. Shuffle the starting combat cards and place them in a deck face down on the combat deck board. So this combat stuff you shuffle separately and you put it on the combat deck board. Okay, so this is the combat deck board, which should be put. I'm going to put it a bit higher. I'm going to put it here. This goes on the left active combat deck. And important to notice is that there is an active combat deck, a minimum of 14 cards. That means that the reason for this minimum, because I thought it was a typo, but it's repeated 2 times in the book. The reason for the minimum is that you gain during your journey better cards and worse cards, and you cannot trim the deck so that you only draw the cool cards, so the shitty cards are also here, but you can by gaining more better combat cards, you can redistribute this and put the crappy cards in the unused combat cards. So you during combat you only draw the best cards that you have, and that's why there is a minimum. So you cannot make this deck as efficient as you would like. That was not very clear to me at first, but okay. The place randomly distributes the remaining starting adventure cards, so the non-combat ones, among the players as evenly as possible. If playing solo, you take all the cards. I take all the cards, and this is my hand. I'll put it here. Step 6, place the flight board above the atlas. This is the flight board, and you see here the numbers, because and it says to start at Hendrik's camp. That's number 2. So that is the page number, but we already have the page number too. But what they mean is you have to place the figure of the plane yeah, you can construct it, I think. You can do that. It's shown in the rulebook that it should go like so. And this is like a snowy peak or something. It doesn't really fit, so it's kind of lame. Maybe it should fit like so. Yeah, well, it kind of fits. So this is the thing that you pay for the painted ship model. Yeah, it has a greenish paint, and your definition of paints that airplane is not mine. It's all gray and just a little spot here and two stripes on the bottom. But this is the Mini, and it goes on Henrik's camp. So that's that. Place the airplane card near the flight board. Place sliders on the plane, health track and fuel track, each on the highest space. So it's very implicit, but highest space. So that should be in some kind of setup instructions. But highest space of both is this. Okay, so you put it somewhere along the lines there. Place the magnetic cardboard that contains adventure and quest cards nearby. Important, do not change the order. Yeah, well, I'm not going to bother with that. Place the deck of enemy cards near the board face down. Oh, they are fine in the box. Place the storybook near the board. It's fine as it is. Organize the resources and place them nearby. Made these organized